Hello everybody, this is Jack. We have another video today. We will be installing FreePBX 17 on a Debian environment. In FreePBX 17, you need to install it on top of Debian. It is not a direct ISO at the time of this recording. There is talk of that coming out in the future, but at the time of this recording, that does not exist yet. So first of all, we need to get our Debian virtual machine booted up. So we will go out to the FreePBX website, and all of this can be found in the guide. But we'll just start with the how to install FreePBX 17. We'll go with the step-by-step Debian installation, and then this is where we can go get that installer. So we'll go in here, we'll get the net installer. We want this AMD 64. Shouldn't take too long to download. And we can come back over here. And the virtual machine name, for the purposes of this video, I will just call it FreePBX. FreePBX 17 demo. Awesome. Now we can go into ISO image, and let's just grab that ISO right there, the net installer. Operating system will be pre-filled. In this case, I'm going to uncheck this. You are able to use a tool such as Rufus to format it to a disk of your choosing if you want to do a bare metal install. So that's what we can do there. Let's go to the next tab. We're not going to do the unattended, so we won't worry about that. Virtual hardware, let's drag that up. Let's give ourselves 2 CPUs, very good. And then I'm going to give myself 50 gigabytes in this case. We're going to hit finish on that one. All right, now let's go into the VM settings. In this case, in other scenarios, you won't need to do this, especially bare metal, but I need to just go into the network. Right now it's NATed. I need to bridge the adapter. So I'm going to start that virtual machine. So here it is. First thing we're going to get is the install screen. We're going to do the graphical install. So we'll just hit enter. And very quickly here, get the mouse. In my case, we will be doing the English install, United States, American English for the keyboard. This will take just a minute to get started. And then it's going to go through, attempt IPv6, DHCP, and here we go. So please enter a host name. I am going to change that to we're just going to do FreePBX 17 demo. You can put whatever you want in your scenario. And we're just going to do the same thing. PBX demo. I'm sorry, 17 demo dot local. Obviously, in a production environment, you will want to do something different, but that is what I'm going to do in this demonstration environment. Next, we need to set a root password. So I will set that password now. Very good. So we're going to continue. New user, we're just going to do PBX 17. We're going to continue. Same thing for the username. We'll continue. And then another time here, we need to put in a password for that other user. All right, so we'll hit continue. Very good. And in my case, I'm Central Time, so we're going to select Central Time. Detect the disks available to us on the system. And we're going to use this top option. I'm going to use the entire disk. Next, we'll hit next again on that option. And all files in one partition works great for FreePBX here. And then finish partitioning and write changes to disk. We will hit continue. And then we need to change it from no to yes because we do want to write the changes to the disk. This will take just a few minutes. Now that that is finished, it's going to ask if we wish to scan more media. We're going to hit keep that no and then go continue. United States in my case. I'll leave the default. I don't need a proxy to get out the internet. If you do, obviously fill that out. It'll take just another minute to configure the package manager. Next, you'll get the popularity contest screen. I like to leave that no, but if you want to send some extra data to help out Debian developers, you can always change that to yes. So we'll hit continue, and we'll let that run again. Then it's going to, by default, in my case, it's going to install the Debian desktop environment with the GNOME desktop. I like to uncheck that as this is a server application and I can access it from another computer, so there's no need for a GUI on this machine. But what I do want to is install this SSH server, and we'll leave the standard system utilities on there. And it'll take just another couple minutes to install that software. After that's done installing, it's going to ask us to install the grub bootloader. Of course, we want to say yes, so we'll hit continue. We're going to change this down to this second selection here. And we'll let that install. At this point, installation has completed, at least on the Debian side. Haven't touched the FreePBX side of it, but we'll hit continue, and that will reboot the machine. And of course, here it is booting. The first thing we're going to need to do is log in. But after that, we'll need to get SSH set up with the root user. So what I will do here, I will log in as root. All right, so we're logged in. So we're going to type this command. Again, this can be found in the guide provided by Sangoma. Very good. We're going to restart the SSH service. And then after that, let's figure out where we are located on the network. So there's our address. So we can open up command prompt. We can now should be able to say SSH as root at the following IP address. We'll say yes, and then we'll log in. Just like that, we're logged in as root. Perfect. All right, so let's start by, we'll go through the guide of installing FreePBX onto this Debian environment now. So first, let's change our directory. And then this is the command. I will link it in the description. We need to download this. And then finally, we need to execute this. And there it goes. This will take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes under normal conditions. So I'll be right back as soon as this installation is done. As you can see, it has come back up with FreePBX. So next we need to log in. So all we're going to do is go to the IP address of it. And we're going to get a screen just like that. I'm going to use the username admin. And we will use this password. You will need your email address, and you can call it whatever you want. If you want it VoIP server, if you want to be more specific with a company name or something like that, you definitely can do that. So I'm going to fill in my email and then hit next. All right, at this point, it's going to ask us to log in. So we will just type this again. Perfect. Don't need to save. So we will activate our new system. Next, we'll put in our email and fill out the form and then click next. Next, it's going to ask us to set up a new activation or use an existing application or deployment. I'm sorry. If you take the deployment ID of your existing, if you're replacing an older PBX, you can punch that in there. Otherwise, if this is a new activation, you can just call it whatever you want. In this case, I will call it the PBX 17 demo. Then we're going to hit activate. Then after clicking activate, we're going to get this screen. We're going to hit skip. We can skip again. I'm not going to be using the SipStation from now. Soft clients. Don't need to click through any of this for the time being. Take just a minute for this to spin. There it is. For me, again, English United States is what I need. We're going to hit continue. Smart firewall next. Client should be trusted. Yes. Network should be trusted. Yes. Responsive firewall. For now, I'm going to leave that on. And then let's say, yes, we do want the external IP auto-configured. Very good. Now we can click not now. And just like that, we're here on the dashboard of our FreePBX system. It doesn't take a whole lot, not too much time, just a little bit of waiting to get everything loaded onto that Debian install. That's all I have for this video. If it was helpful to you, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with another set of videos to go over more modules and other features of FreePBX 17. Thanks.